Alright, so let's get this going. Thief is a game where you steal stuff, and I'm sure you're like, oh reject, you steal things in a game called Thief. Next thing you know, you're gonna be telling me that in a game called Bend Over, you're going to be getting fucked. And I said to that, look, I'm a professional game reviewer, or at least I pretend to be on some days, and I have to introduce the game in a certain way, damn it. And like a woman with a vibrator and no man, I'm the best you're going to get. Anyway, we already know what type of review this is going to be because I'm a little bit pissed off. So, anyway, in the game Thief, you are located in the city and there's a plague going around called the Gloom and you have to escape the guards. And just on a side note, to anyone out there who had the pleasure of naming the items in this game, you had the easiest fucking job ever. And right now, I'm sure some of you may be wondering, well, reject, what's got your knickers in a twist, huh? Did your girlfriend dump you again? Because if that's the case, doesn't she dump you like every Tuesday and get back together with you like every Thursday? Well, guess what, smartass? No, that's not the reason. This time I broke up with her. I did, alright? And I'm not going to get back with her till fucking Saturday or something like that. I don't need her as much as she needs me. I'm not that desperate. Anyway, enough delving into my personal life. Now, if you're coming from the previous Thief games and they're expecting things to be as good as the previous games, well then, you're gonna be sorely disappointed now, aren't you, matey? Because the whole game feels bare bones as hell. You play through the game as Geralt. No, not the guy from The Witcher, that's Geralt. That's a different character from a different game. Geralt is on a mission to save or steal ladies' undergarments. A noble mission that I have partaken in myself, snatching panties up from unsuspecting women. But since I'm now 55 years old, I'll leave such adventures to the younglings. Geralt seems to have been busy since the past games and has decided to take an attractive female under his bed sheets. Under his wing, and train her in the arts of being a sex slave. Thievery. Sorry, I keep forcing my own perverted fantasies into my review. But too bad for his penis and her small tits, because the game needs a plot device and she just happens to draw the short straw and thus get caught up in a big mess of magic. So, it's up to Geralt to save her. And why train a girl to be a hyper-skilled thief with skills and weapons to boot and watch her botch her first mission? And while I understand the typical damsel in distress trope, and I have no problem with it, someone save the females! Save the females! Some of them don't fucking need saving if you know the ones I know. I'd at least expect them to try to spin it differently. Keep me interested. Maybe the girl didn't get caught. Maybe she's riding around on a pony somewhere. Maybe she has purple panties that somehow fucking block magic. I don't care. Just keep me interested. Oh, I'm sorry. If I'm confusing you, I just mean that the story is shit. Well, let's move on to the gameplay then. As you begin to trounce around the back alleys of the city, prowling the night like a fat kid prowls your local bakery, or at least that's what I like to say, but in all reality, you're just going to be running around some old-looking streets and jumping through windows. There is really no real freedom because the game just wants you to follow the preset routes that is already set up. And there's nothing really wrong with that. Hitman tried for the same thing. The game is amazing at pretending to give you free access to areas until you actually play it. And then it just becomes locked doors. The video game. And I know it sounds like I hate the game. And let me tell you that that's just not true at all. I'm just a little bit disappointed. Thief is a serious stealth series, and I'm talking real stealth, like what Splinter Cell used to be, and what Hitman is still pretending to be. It's not like they're going to make another Tenchu game anytime soon. But you know what? After all that, there is still one feature in this game that I will utterly show 100% gratitude for, and that is hands. I can see my character's fucking hands. I am tired of playing first-person games and just seeing an item I pick up just floating there in the air. And when I look down, I can't even see my own feet. It's just like I'm just a magical fucking bobblehead doll just strutting around the damn game. And I know just a few seconds ago that I listed 3 games that none of you have probably ever played. Well, fuck it then. Thief is a game where you sneak around in the shadows and try to avoid guards, which would be a challenge if the guard even gave a damn about catching you. Half the time, they're so fucking blind that they wouldn't notice you if you were on fire in their ass. And if by some miracle they do spot you and give chase and supply you with 1 second of excitement, it won't last long since apparently they all have asthma, and the moment you do anything like leave through a door or a window, they amazingly give up the chase and you're free to jack off to fluff porn once again. And I know it sounds like I'm on my soapbox with the other happy complainers, but almost everything I'm mad about with the game is truly superficial, just the things that the game has denied me of. The combat of the game is horrible, which I think is great. You are a master thief, not a master assassin. Stick to the shadows, jumping in and out of windows, because you may be able to handle 1 guard with your blackjack, but 2 or more, and you're most likely dead. And I know some of you may be expecting me to talk about the map screen, that ugly piece of shit, or the item inventory in the game. No, I'm done. The score of this game is a 2. And for most of you, you already know, don't take my reviews seriously. I'm just fucking around on YouTube and pissing people off. You all have a blessed day.